The Quran commands us to speak a gentle word to the poor. So this is for the elderly. And not only that, your mother, your father, that not even say oof to them, to not alienate them. This is the generous nature of the Quran that the Muslims are told to follow. So in the second point here, that the Quran commands us to speak a gentle word towards the needy, the indigent. In Surah Al-Isra again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say to them a gentle word, meaning the ones who are asking you something. And the Quran says, and if you must turn away from the needy, awaiting a mercy from your Lord, which you expect, then speak to them a gentle word. Meaning to say that if you don't have, and somebody is asking or begging something from you, and you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given you yet, but you're expecting something, then speak to them a gentle word. But it doesn't mean that you have and your pockets are loaded and you are not doing anything about it. It doesn't mean that, because Islam goes head and shoulders above in terms of charity and giving goodness to people who don't have. Not when your pockets are filled, not when your stomachs are saturated. 40% of the world population accounts for 5% of global income. 40%, only 5% of global income. The richest, 20%, account for 3/4 of the world income. This is the inequality. That's why Marxists come out. That's why these people come out with their own theories, because they can't stand injustice. Human beings are made not to take injustice. But when you get so bombarded and when you wallow in your own greed and avarice, then you become this kind of an urchin. Maybe not even a sea urchin would do something like that. UNICEF said that 22,000 die each day from poverty. It's called the invisible death. So invisibly they die. Invisibly. The death of a movie star versus 22,000 people on a daily basis. So when you're seeing this today, at least a minimum of 22,000 people died due to lack of food. Not forget the bombing and the invasion and the bullets and the IEDs and the mines and all of these other things that kill gratuitously, but 22,000 children and women, men die every day because they don't have anything to eat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ. And for the orphans, do not oppress. وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. And do not repel the one who is asking. So these ideas, even back home when somebody is begging, everybody who does not want to give will say, oh, he's a professional beggar, or she's a professional beggar, or these kids are professional. So everybody's a professional. It doesn't matter. Yes, you use your brain to see what's happening, but at the same time, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. All actions are according to intention. So you have to give according to your intention and know that Allah is going to reward you. You try your best to get it to the right person, but you cannot say every time, because you're greedy and you are loving your greed and you don't want to part with even your rupees or dollars or whatever else you might have. Don't tell the other person not to give, perchance that person might not be a professional and really might need your help. So the Quran says, do not repel the one who is asking. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ. Have you not seen the one who belies the day of judgment? And have you not seen, meaning these are the ones who actually drive away the yatim? These are the ones who drive away the orphans. وَلَا يُحُدُّ عَلَىٰ طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. And they do not encourage the feeding of the needy. They don't encourage the feeding. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the psyche of the human being. How the Quran actually graciously tells us how the human being, when that's wrapped up in their greed, that they first and foremost, they drive away the orphans, they don't encourage the feeding, and they don't believe in the last day. So they have no belief, they only believe in their own fancies and their own gluttony. That's what they believe in. Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ana wa kafil al-yatim fi jannah hakadha." that I am and the one who takes care of an orphan are like this in paradise. Like this in paradise. Ali radiallahu anh said a very profound statement because he was extremely eloquent radiallahu anh. May Allah be pleased with him. He said, eyesight is useless if the insight is blind. Eyesight is useless if the insight is blind. Meaning to say, you have to have basira. You have to see from your internal cavity something, because eyesight can fool you. But your feeling from inside, if you're guided, it usually is on the mark.